Hey guys, I've been saving up my skincare empties for months now, and honestly, some of these really surprised me in how effective they were. Others became some Fibro-Fabulous staples, and one that I just couldn't wait to finish so I could just toss it and get it out of my routine. So let's get comfy and chat about the empties that earned their keep and the ones that weren't worth the spoons. Hi, I'm Donna, a chronically ill, makeup-loving geek who's usually running on a very low battery level. On flare days, makeup videos, and beauty videos in general really give me some distraction and comfort from the pain. So I started this channel to share that comfort with you guys. If you're here for some sparkle and support, I'm so glad you're here. Hit the subscribe button, and now let's get into a few skincare items that surprised me in the best way. So my first surprise is actually a trio of body care. It's the Tree Hut brand, and I bought the shower gel, the sugar body scrub, and the shaving oil. So when the first one I bought was the shower gel, and I thought, oh, this is just going to be, a very typical basic shower gel from the drugstore. But the scent is what got me first. And it's like a tropical vacation in a bottle. And then I immediately went out and purchased whatever else I could find in the Coco Colada scent, which was the shaving oil. And then I got the sugar scrub, body scrub, which is so good. So on low energy days, the scent alone of this stuff gave me a boost in my mood to help me get the energy to get into the shower. So surprisingly, I found the shower gel and the shave oil were very hydrating and moisturizing because they're both oils. This is an oil complex, and the shave oil is obviously an oil. And so I found I didn't have to moisturize afterwards. And so that was a spoon saver. It helped me save a step. What I found about the body scrub is that because it's a sugar scrub, it dissolves in the water. And so there's no mess or grittiness or residue at all that has to be washed out of the tub afterwards. So that saves some energy. I didn't have to do any extra cleaning after the shower. And would I repurchase? Most definitely, and always the Coco Colada scent. Okay, so these next three products, I was totally influenced by all the beauty content I watched online, and my skin has never been more plump or taut than when I use these three products all together in my morning skincare routine. So spoiler alert, I would repurchase these and highly recommend these. In order of application, we're going to start with the Naturium BHA Liquid Exfoliant 2%. So I'd never really used a BHA before, and because one of the ingredients is salicylic acid, I thought, well, that's really for acne, isn't it? And so how effective is it going to be for my postmenopausal skin? I don't get a ton of breakouts now that I'm postmenopause, so I wasn't expecting a lot from it. But what I noticed and was surprised by was that I thought it made my large pores, I've got large pores on my cheeks, and I thought it minimized the look of my large pores. But the biggest benefit I saw with this was the change in the dullness of my skin. I think because it's an exfoliant, it makes sense. It, I guess, brings, gets rid of the dead skin cells, and it really made my skin look kind of fresh and bright. It's really quick, I don't have any left in here, but there's just like a couple of shakes in your hand. You can apply it directly onto your face. You don't even need a cotton pad, so it just saves a step. And would I repurchase this? Yes, I would, and I will. I have another BHA that I'm going to use next, but I'm not really thrilled about it, but I have to use it up. I would repurchase this and recommend it. The only thing is, don't use it every day like I did. I don't know anything about skincare. I'm just experimenting and researching stuff online, so I don't pretend to know anything. But I use this every day, and it was too harsh on my skin. So now I use it twice a week, and my skin seems happy with that. And I use it in the mornings. So next in the order of application is the COSRX, the 6 Peptide Skin Booster Serum. It has hyaluronic acid, NAG, I don't know what that stands for, and amino acids. So it's supposed to even skin tone. It's hydrating, help with firmness and smoothness, pore and sebum care, and improve skin texture. I would say this is hydrating and definitely helped with the plump and firmness of my skin. It layers beautifully. You can add as many layers of it onto itself that you want so you can get the hydration that your skin needs. And it's easy to layer with other products and there's no pilling. So on no energy days, I could just use this one product and that was it for my skincare. And I had enough hydration that my skin didn't feel dry during the day. So I would 100% repurchase this, and it's relatively affordable. I think it's about $29 at Sephora Canada, which isn't too bad compared to other skincare brands they carry. But I may test the Paula's Choice Peptide Serum next because that's a brand I'm really starting to love lately. Okay, so this last skincare surprise for me is the Byoma Hydrating Milky Toner, Barrier Lipids, Polyglutamic Acid, and Cica, if I'm saying any of that right. And it's a milky hydrating toner. So I grew up in the era where toners, the first ingredient was alcohol. They were super astringent and dried your face out completely. But now I've moved out of the mid-'80s and I'm really embracing this new generation of toners, which are hydrating. And I don't think I'll ever be without a milky toner now in my routine. So if I'm running on fumes, this is hydrating enough that it can just be a one and done skincare routine for me for the morning or for the evening. Like the COSRX Peptide Serum, you can add layers of this, as much hydration as your skin needs, and there's no pilling, and it acts beautifully with other products and really nice under makeup too. I would definitely repurchase this one. It's drugstore priced. I wait for a sale when I can because it's a really good deal. And it's relatively easy to find. There was a time when this one was super hyped and you couldn't find it, but now it's in stock most times and it's really easy to use. I'm testing another milky toner right now, but I don't like it as much as this one. So you'll see that other one in a future Empties video. Okay, so now let's get into the 3 skincare products that did not work out for me. The first one I couldn't even find online anymore. And trust me, you are not missing out on anything. It's the e.l.f. Super Clarifying Cleanser, and it's got niacinamide in it. I cut off the top of it so I could get everything out of it. So this stuff stripped my skin really bad, took out all the moisture, and it smelled like I was washing my face with dish soap. So I've learned if a product doesn't work, don't fight with it. We've got such limited energy, it's not worth it. So either declutter it, find a different home for it. I could have repurposed it and used it as shower gel, or even better as a hand soap. That probably would have been good. Or just called it and just moved on. So I would not repurchase this, but I am open to testing out another e.l.f. cleanser. e.l.f. is such a good economical brand. And when I was trying to find a link for this online, I couldn't find one, but I found some YouTube videos like reviewing this from 5 years ago. So I'm gonna guess that e.l.f. has updated their formulas since then. So I would definitely try out a different one. So the next product that didn't work out for me is a body care product, I'll call it. And it's the Salt and Stone Natural Deodorant. I bought a mini discovery set and there were 4 scents: Santal and Vetiver, Bergamot and Hinoki, Neroli and Basil, and this one, which is the Rose and Oud. I used this one last. I'm not a big rose scented fan, but this one did grow on me. But I have tried many natural deodorants and they are just not strong enough for me. Hot flashes, menopause, I need a deodorant that is effective and works. I wouldn't repurchase, but if natural deodorants work for you, I think you would really love the scents of these. And they do have a matching body hair mist for each of the scents, and I'm definitely interested in those. So the last one that didn't work out for me, probably most people aren't going to agree with me on this one, but it's the Rock Multi-Correction Revive Glow and Balm. This is a really popular product and it's got vitamin C and peptides, and I really thought it would brighten and plump under my eyes, but I used it consistently, like every day, and I didn't notice any difference. I didn't notice any brightening. And the only time I noticed good hydration was when I used a ton of it. And then, of course, because I used a ton of it, it never sunk into my skin at all. And then when I put concealer over top, it just made everything a soupy mess. So this product was not for me. So like the e.l.f. cleanser, I don't have the energy most days to fight with a product. So moving forward, if it doesn't work for me, it's gone. So I wouldn't repurchase this one, but if your under eyes aren't really dry like mine and you don't have hereditary dark circles like I do, you might really like this. A lot of people do. Okay, so now it's your turn. What's one product that you've finished up lately or one of your Fibro-Fabulous favorites? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to know what skincare products are worth your spoons. If you're enjoying this cozy Empties chat, tap the like button and subscribe. It really helps the video get out to more spoonies like us. Okay, so let's finish strong with the ones that I'm always going to repurchase. So again, I've got 3. So let's start with the MAC Hyper Real Serumizer Skin Balancing Hydration Serum. Okay, so it is formulated with Pro 4 Power Infusion Matrix, Japanese peony extract, and niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and ceramides. I don't know what all those things do, but I do know that my skin loves ceramides. Any moisturizer I've used with ceramides, my skin has looked glowing. The MAC skincare is formulated to go under makeup, so that's why I really wanted to try this, and I absolutely love it, and it does look beautiful under makeup. So this is a serum moisturizer hybrid, and so what that means is I can skip serums that day. If I'm too tired, I can skip a moisturizer and just use this one product. So it's a big energy saver, and yet it still makes my skin feel plump, hydrated, and moisturized. And would I repurchase? Yep, I have already repurchased, and I have another one upstairs. So this one is probably my favorite skincare product. I never really believed someone when they said, oh, this is a holy grail product. I just figured that was a bit of hype. However, this is a holy grail for me. It's the Paula's Choice C15 Super Booster. It's 15% vitamin C with vitamin E and ferulic acid. It brightens and it firms and it mixes seamlessly with other products. I can add this into other serums. I can add it into my moisturizers so I can save steps and energy, which is really beneficial. So 15% vitamin C is high. If you haven't tried vitamin C before, I'd recommend maybe looking for something with a lower percentage and just, slowly build up to it before you start with a 15%. And would I repurchase? Yes, I have repurchased again and again. It's expensive, but it's worth it to me. I really see a lot of difference in my skin, and I just restocked during the Sephora sale. Okay, so the last product that I will always repurchase, we had a very rocky start to our relationship, I'm not gonna lie. It's the Paula's Choice 1% retinol treatment. It has peptides and vitamin C in it. And we had a rocky start because I jumped in way too strong. In the world of retinol, apparently, 1% is very high. What I should have done is started with their 0.3% retinol and just gradually built up from there. So they say you can use this like 3 times a week. I wouldn't start there. I would start once a week in the evening and probably do that 3 to 4 weeks before increasing it a second time. Really go low and slow with a retinol and see how your skin is going to tolerate it. It does build up a tolerance to it, but initially just go low and slow. Once I figured it out, retinol really became a staple in my routine, and I find my skin is smoother and firmer. I really like it. So if you want to start a retinol, I kind of liken it to how they tell you to start exercising when you have fibro or chronic fatigue. You're not going to go for that 20-minute intense run. You're going to go low and slow. You're going to go for maybe a 5-minute walk at a slow pace and see if your symptoms increase. And would I repurchase? Yes, even though my wallet cries every time, this is worth it to me. And the one thing to remember also with retinol is you have to be committed to wearing your sunscreen every day and reapplying. So looking at this batch of Empties, there are some clear keepers like the retinol, the vitamin C, and the Milky toner. My skincare routine is still evolving, but I'm learning what works and what's worth it for my skin. If you're navigating the same thing, just remember, keep it simple and uncomplicated and choose products that are multitaskers. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you might like this one where I talk about my top 5 low energy picks from my top 5 brands. I'll see you over there. Bye guys, and be Fibro-Fabulous.